Prices for everyday goods continue to decline. Energy prices fell in July, including gasoline, which is down nearly 10% over last year, and propane, which is down 2.5% over last year as well. This administration continues to be wholeheartedly committed to putting more money back into the American people's pockets.
So the White House celebrating the falling price of oil and gas, Americans paying nearly 30 cents less at the pump than they were a year ago. And Chevron CEO Mike Wirth joins us now. Thank you so much for being here. What do you put that number, the reasons behind that number, and does it have the possibility to go lower?
Well, it's an exciting time to be in the energy business. We've got growing demand globally, but we've also got growing supply, especially here in the United States, as we've seen oil and gas continue to be an important part of the energy mix, including to fuel AI growth. And we've got an administration that's made it a priority. Energy dominance, economic dominance go together. And so we see supply responding, and I think consumers are benefiting.
And what about the refinery capacity? I mean, that really hasn't changed yet, right?
We haven't had a new refinery built in this country for decades. I don't think we ever will. But the existing refineries, over time, find ways to debottleneck, add capacity, and keep up with demand. And of course, there's a pretty active system of both imports and exports that help balance the market. So we've got a well-supplied economy. Our company's got strong positions here in North America. In fact, 2/3 of our capital spending goes into the U.S., record production last year, and we're growing it again this year.
Could that number for a gallon of gas go below $3 this year?
Oh, I think it could. We certainly see in the world that we've got new supply coming on here in North America, in South America. We've got supply coming back from OPEC in a number of countries around the world. And while demand is growing, the supply is growing a little bit faster. And that's weighing on prices. And so I do think we could see prices go down.
And how is the job market if you're working in the energy field?
We've got record demand growth. We've got lots of opportunities, both in our traditional business and in new businesses. And so we've got lots of opportunities.
So the Trump administration came in and said, we want more energy and we're going to look at deregulation. And Lee Zeldin at the EPA has done some pretty incredible things, one of them being taking away the endangerment finding from, was it 2012, I believe. How does that affect your business? The endangerment finding, sorry, everybody. That's the greenhouse gases endangerment finding for human growth.
Yeah, I think the EPA, the Department of Energy, the Department of Interior all have come in with an agenda to continue to protect the environment, but also to think about the economy and to encourage investment in the economy and not stifle investment with red tape and bureaucracy, which frankly has been going on for a long time. And so we welcome the developments that we're seeing out of the administration. We'd like to see things done legislatively to improve the permitting process so we can build things in the country again as well.
The entire industry, but especially Chevron, had put a lot of resources and research and money into dealing with climate change. Is that changing?
Well, I think we're seeing more balance come into the conversation. I think there's a more pragmatic view on these issues. We've invested in a number of technologies that we think will be important for the future of energy, but the world runs on the energy system that exists today. And so the bulk of our investment goes into providing the oil and gas and refined products that keep the economy going today.
Tell me about Venezuela. It's kind of a touchy subject. It's a little bit controversial. The leader there, Maduro, kind of a horrible person, but you have access there to get oil. Has President Trump changed any of that for Chevron? And how do you see that going forward in the next 3 years?
So we've been in Venezuela for virtually all of the last 100 years. We're the last American company that actually has a foothold there. As others have left, they've been replaced by Chinese companies, by Russian companies. President Trump has allowed us to begin to bring Venezuelan oil to the U.S., which earlier this year we weren't allowed to do. U.S. refiners were designed to run this oil. Part of keeping prices in check is having the most economic feedstocks available for our refining system. So that oil is flowing to the U.S. and supplying U.S. markets and U.S. customers.
Does it give you heartburn to deal with Maduro?
You know, we deal with governments all over the world. We don't get to pick the governments that exist. We deal with the ones that are there. The reality is they change from time to time, and we have to invest for the long-term good of the country and not get ourselves overly aligned with any particular political regime, which can change.
So I wouldn't say this next issue keeps me up at night, but it is something I'm thinking about. You mentioned it at the top, and I think we have something that we can pull up here, a headline about AI and this insatiable appetite for energy in order to run these data centers. America has the power to lead the AI revolution and the leadership to make it happen. You wrote that, and I'm wondering what you think about some of these communities who are saying, we're not sure that we want all of this. There's a community in Georgia who says their water pressure is down. Like, can we keep up?
Well, the demand for power in this country is going to go up as these data centers are built out. Our grid hasn't been invested in for many, many years. And further investments that would run the power through the grid to support the data centers are going to be increasingly challenged. We've got more wind and solar, which means more intermittency on the grid. The grid's less stable than it once was. What we're looking to do is build power generation that's off the grid, so it's called behind the meter. It would be dedicated to these data centers. It would not go into the rate base, so it would not raise people's electricity bills. And we're working with the biggest tech companies in the world to try to support their desires to grow, fund that with abundant and affordable American natural gas, and do it in a way that doesn't flow through to consumers.
I imagine President Trump would like that solution if it's not going to make the ratepayers, the households, pay for the energy that is going to benefit all the tech companies.
In fact, this was the president's idea. He's talked about this for quite some time. I think it's brilliant, and we're seeing the tech companies really interested in it.
All right, well, welcome to New York.
Thank you,
Good to
Dana.
see a fellow Coloradan here, everybody.
That's right.
So Mike Wirth, Chevron CEO.